I told you I'd finish it. I didn't finish it. Guess what? I finished everything else instead. Hey there, future Matt. I'm chugging along like a northern on a slow freight. I get put in the hole a lot, but between sidings, I am making really good time. Fun week. I had little that I could do, or wanted to do, so I spent a lot of time relaxing, but I did spend some time on the railway, and boy did I get some stuff done. Let me tell you where I'm at. Last week I finished both sections of Shields, and this week I finished Farr and East, as well as Porcupine Creek, and made a fair start on the Bulldog Tunnel. I also received a package. Yeah, I hope I don't regret that too much. Anyways, in life, I'm struggling to record anything without having my little sessions interrupted by terrible, terrible software crashing or corrupting my files or just not doing what I want it to. So let's just push that other channel out of our minds for the time being. And yeah, you can abuse me for that. I also shot an interesting little event which was a class reunion from the 1960s. Train related stuff, under the fireplace at this very lovely golf and country club. Very high end. I'd never set foot in it otherwise. There's a little bit of trim composed of old rails. Those happen to be original CP rails from 1888. That's more than 100 years before I was born. To get a good overview of what I'm doing in the Kootenai room, you can check out the tutorials I've already uploaded. Now let's switch to a downstairs version of me to explain some hiccups I've had that won't show up in the tutorials. Take it away, Basement Matt! The first really major problem I encountered was that I assumed at the bottom of the bench where it cleared this mountain, which is the highest point on the lower deck, that it would be fine for the rest of it. Sounds reasonable, right? Well, I was wrong. Next big problem is over here at Farr Creek itself. The bottom of the valley is about here. And as planned, the bottom of the benchwork would have been here. Oops, right? So I do have a solution, or at least a couple plans. Tune in next week to see exactly what I did. I'll do an in-depth report, or you can check out my tutorials, which won't be as in-depth about the changes, but you can see them before I upload the next video. My next big problem was over here at Porcupine Creek with flex. The problem with designing a benchwork to be suspended from above and not supported from below is flex. Look at this. Look at that. God blimey, would you look at that! So I've got a couple of ideas about how to solve this whole mess. Number one is to put steel straps all along the upright supports here, and number two is rather unfortunately to put vertical supports going down from here. I really don't want to do that because there's really nice storage space below here as it is, and it would screw up my backdrop plans for here. What is a daunting challenge in the future for me is a happily solved problem in the past for you. So you can either tune in next week to find out what I did to change it, or you can check out the tutorial videos where I will explain the same. Either way, back to you, future Matt. Thanks, Basement Matt. So the point is, even I make mistakes. What am I saying? Even I make mistakes. I make mistakes. All the time. All the damn time. You know, these things happen. It's life. Have I lost my enthusiasm? No. Am I not enjoying it? Mostly no. And you know what? Life is good, and I will do my best to keep it up that way. And now, back to Farr Creek. Oh, it's 10:30. Back to bed.